Hello, welcome to this week's edition of the Bond Room Unlocked. So, what is one of the things that is prominent in a Bond film? Girls? Yes. Locations? Loads of them. Gadgets? In their abundance. But today we're not going to look at any of those. With the help of some avid Bond fans and a special guest all the way from Orlando, Florida, we will be looking at some of our favourite Bond vehicles and also get a special insight into an auto museum in Florida called Dezerland. So let's get started. Robert Sandler, over to you. Tell us more about Dezerland.
Hi Victoria, it's Robert here, the main tour guide slash curator slash caretaker slash man of many hats here at Dezerland Orlando's Auto Museum. I take people on tours and I take care of the cars and wipe off a lot of fingerprints, if you know what I mean.
Yes, absolutely, Robert. So what is Dezerland all about?
Dezerland is an indoor family attraction park of 800,000 square feet with a bowling alley, go-karts, trampoline parks, arcades, axe throwing, and home to the Michael Dezer collection, which is one of the largest private vehicle collections in the world.
Wow, well, we'll pick up with Robert again shortly, but let's hear from another Bond collector of Toys of Bond, Reuben Wakeman, to tell us about his favourite Bond vehicle.
My favourite vehicle from the James Bond series, I think, has to be the V8 Vantage featured in the Living Daylights. I just think it's a really cool, really smart, really stylish looking Aston Martin. I love all the gadgets on it and the way that it converts for use in the snow with the outriggers and the heads-up display and the turbo boost and all of those sorts of features. And it was great to see its return in No Time to Die, even if it was only a fleeting cameo.
Thanks, Reuben. The V8 fits into my top 5 as well. So, Robert, can you tell us how James Bond fits into Dezerland?
The James Bond exhibit is the largest private collection of screen-used James Bond vehicles and memorabilia in the world!
It is so cool. I can't wait to visit this place next year when I go on my annual trip to Florida with all its theme parks. What I want to share with you today from my 26-year-old Bond collection is this newer item which ties in with the subject matter of our video. This is a newer item in the collection because, of course, I want to show you newer items that are coming through and also more of the vintage items. So this is the 50s Greatest Bond Cars. It's produced by Eagle Moss and it's a very visual book and one I definitely recommend. So if we give it a start and have a look at page 10, here we have the Aston Martin V8, which of course was highlighted as a favourite by Reuben Wakeman, and it gives you a big picture of the vehicle and then breaks down what the different gadgets that each vehicle has and how it works within the film. So there we've got the Aston Martin V8. Just want to turn to page 44. You may remember this one, the Aston Martin DBS, and I'm sure many of you were gutted to see that car absolutely trashed in Casino Royale. A beautiful car, and again we have a lovely picture of the vehicle and how it features in the film and what gadgets it had, and of course there's the roll. And then finally I just want to share with you page 81, because I'm sure many of you, like myself, would have liked to have seen this, the Aston Martin Superleggera, in No Time to Die a little bit more. We just got a fleeting glance of this as it was driven by Nomi, the 00 agent. Again, such a beautiful car. So I would definitely suggest you having this in your collection.
We have screen-used vehicles from every film from 1962 to 2015, and we have a memorabilia collection that contains everything and anything that was ever made in the name of James Bond at a little over 20,000 pieces of merchandise and memorabilia.
That is a lot of Bond memorabilia in one place. So where is Dezerland and how much does it cost to get in?
So Dezerland Action Park is in Orlando at the top of International Drive on the site of the former Festival Bay Mall. It's where the Bass Pro Shop is and everything. And admission to the park is free, although admission to the attractions are separate, and the museum is $21.25 per person.
Hello, Bond Room. The car I've chosen is from the 1981 film, For Your Eyes Only, and it's got to be the Citroen 2CV6, which is a front-wheel drive, air engine cooled, an economy car. And the reason why I love this car is the fact it looks so quirky, and the fact that, truth spoken in fiction, it is possible to outwit your opponent, even though you quite haven't got the horsepower of your opponent's car, if you know how to drive it. So, but there we are. So, yeah, and hey, he's James Bond, isn't he? So he can do these things. Thank you.
Now, here at the Bond Room Unlocked, I ask all my guests the same question. What is your favourite Bond film?
My favorite Bond film, I can only narrow it down to three. Goldfinger, Live and Let Die, and The Man with the Golden Gun. I can't help it. They're just too good. Little Connery, little Roger Moore. I'm a purist.
A perfect mix. So that's it. If you have enjoyed our brief look at Dezerland with Robert Sandler, then please give this episode an MI6 stamp of approval and click on the notifications below. And you can also subscribe. Just press that red button and I promise you won't get ejected, as I have loads of fun and cool episodes coming up in the future. I'd like to thank the brilliant Robert Sandler for taking time out of his busy schedule to give us an insight into Dezerland and all its attractions. Be sure to check it out if you're in the Orlando area.
My favorite vehicle is the Moon Buggy from the James Bond Diamonds Are Forever. I think it is awesome. It's got all kind of cool gadgets. It is wonderful. I love that one.
And I'd also like to thank our Bond fans, Reuben Wakeman from Toys of Bond, Jerry McDonald, Shaun Garland and Denise Alcarez, for telling us what their favourite Bond vehicles are. All fun choices. Thank you for your support and for taking the time to watch this little channel. If you love Eon Bond and memorabilia, then this channel is for you. I'll leave you with Denise to tell you about her favourite Bond vehicle. And I'll see you next week.
Hey everybody at Bond Room Unlocked. My favorite Bond car, well, you know, I probably am in the thousands that are going to say the DB5. You know, who wouldn't want a car like this, right? You know, if you ever have a major problem, you can shoot your way out with the two machine guns at the front of the car. If you don't like your passenger, you can always eject them with the ejector seat. And, you know, if you have a driver in back of you that's pretty erratic and, you know, he wants to have target practice on your car, guess what? You can always put up the bulletproof barrier in the back. So definitely a car that anybody would love and would be quite beneficial in certain circumstances.